Hello, beautiful people. Today we are going to talk about something that touches every single one of us, every single day. We're talking about money. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Money can feel complicated. It can feel stressful. And for so many of us, it's a topic we were never really taught how to handle. We learn about so many things in school, but the one thing that we all use, the one thing that can open doors to our biggest dreams, is often left a mystery. But what if I told you that you have the power to change your story? What if unlocking financial wisdom was the key to living your fullest, most authentic life? It all starts with a shift in your thinking, a new way of seeing the world and your place in it. The journey to financial empowerment isn't about having millions of dollars tomorrow. It's about understanding the choices you make today. It's about opening your mind to new possibilities and truly believing that you are worthy of abundance. The great Maya Angelou once said, "When you know better, you do better." And that is the absolute truth when it comes to your finances. Learning about money is an act of self-love. It's a commitment to yourself and your future. It's about giving yourself the tools you need to build a life of security, freedom, and joy. It's about taking control of your destiny, one small, powerful step at a time. I truly believe that one of the most powerful things you can do is read a book that changes your perspective. A book that opens your eyes and makes you say, "Aha!" That's exactly what Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki did for millions of people around the world. It's not just a book about numbers and investing. It's a book about mindset. It challenges the old ideas we've been told about money. Go to school, get a good job, save a little, and hope for the best. This book encourages you to think bigger, to question the rules, and to create your own path to success. It's a conversation starter that every family should have. So, get ready to open your heart and your mind. We are going to explore some of the most powerful ideas from this incredible book. This isn't about making you feel bad about where you are right now. It is about lighting a fire within you. It is about showing you that no matter where you come from, no matter what you have been taught, you have the ability to create a new financial reality for yourself. The power has been inside you all along. Today is the day you start to unleash it. Let's begin this beautiful journey together, shall we? Let's unlock the wisdom that will help you live your best financial life. At the heart of this powerful book is a simple yet profound story about two fathers. These two men had very different ideas about money, work, and life. First, there was the author's real father, his poor dad. This was a man who was highly educated, a hard worker who had a good, stable job with the government. He believed in the traditional path: get a great education, find a secure job, and work hard for someone else. He often said things like, "I can't afford it," which shut down his brain from finding solutions. He valued job security above all else and saw his home as his biggest investment. He was a good man, but he struggled with money his entire life. Then, there was his rich dad. This was his best friend's father. A man who didn't have a fancy college degree but had an incredible understanding of how money truly works. Rich Dad had a completely different mindset. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," he would ask, "How can I afford it?" This simple question opened up his mind to possibilities and creative problem solving. He believed that you shouldn't work for money. You should have money work for you. He taught the boys that true wealth wasn't about how much you earned, but about how much you kept and how hard that money worked to make more. The difference between these two men was not in their income, but in their philosophy. Poor Dad represented the mindset that so many of us are taught. It's the voice of caution, the voice that tells us to play it safe and follow the crowd. It's a life built around a paycheck, where you trade your precious time for a set amount of money. This path can feel safe, but it often leads to a life of financial struggle, living from one paycheck to the next, caught in what the book calls the rat race. It's a cycle of earning and spending that is very difficult to escape. Rich Dad, on the other hand, represented a new way of thinking. He saw the world not as an employee, but as an investor. He wasn't afraid to take calculated risks and was always learning. He understood that financial education was more valuable than a high-paying job. He taught the boys to see opportunities where others saw problems. This mindset wasn't about being greedy. It was about creating freedom. It was about building a life where you are in control of your time, where you can pursue your passions without constantly worrying about paying the bills. It's a mindset of abundance, creativity, and empowerment. One of the most powerful lessons from Rich Dad is that the rich don't work for money. This sounds strange at first, doesn't it? We're all taught that we need to work to earn a living. But Rich Dad's philosophy was different. He believed that the middle class and the poor work for money, while the rich have money work for them. This means creating systems and owning things that generate income for you, even when you are not actively working. Think of it like planting a tree. You work hard to plant it and water it in the beginning, but eventually it grows and gives you fruit for years to come, without you having to work for every single apple. This leads us to the second incredible lesson. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability. This is so simple, yet so profound. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Rich Dad taught that wealthy people focus their lives on acquiring assets, things like businesses, real estate that generates rent, stocks, or bonds. The poor and middle class, however, tend to acquire liabilities that they think are assets, like fancy cars, the latest gadgets, and even their own home if it's not producing income. Your house payment takes money out of your pocket every month, making it a liability. The third life-changing idea is to work to learn, not just to earn. Poor Dad always sought a job with higher pay and better benefits. Rich Dad advised the young boys to take jobs for the skills they could learn, not just for the paycheck. He encouraged them to learn about sales, marketing, communication, accounting, and investing. These are the skills that will help you build your own assets and your own business someday. A paycheck is a short-term solution, but skills are long-term assets that no one can ever take away from you. This is about investing in your greatest asset, yourself. Finally, Rich Dad emphasized the power of your own mind. He said, "The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth. This is the core of it all. Your financial situation is a reflection of your financial thinking. If you believe you can't get ahead, you won't. But if you start to train your mind to see opportunities, to learn about money, and to believe in your own ability to create wealth, then you will." It's about overcoming fear, getting out of your comfort zone, and taking control of your financial education. You have the power to change your thoughts. And when you change your thoughts, you change your life. So, where do you go from here? How do you take these powerful ideas and turn them into real-world action? The first step is to believe that you can. As Robert Kiyosaki says, the primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they manage fear. Everyone feels fear when it comes to money and trying new things. The difference is that successful people don't let that fear paralyze them. They acknowledge it, learn from it, and take action anyway. Your journey starts with the brave decision to face that fear and to start learning. Pick up a book, listen to a podcast, or take a course. Start small, but start today. The next practical step is to start minding your own business. This doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means that while you are working your day job to pay the bills, you must start building your asset column on the side. Use your salary to buy assets, not liabilities. Maybe that means starting a small side business, buying a dividend-paying stock, or saving up for a rental property. As Kiyosaki wrote, winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a learning opportunity that makes you smarter. Remember this powerful quote from the book. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. Take a real, honest look at where your money is going. Start tracking your expenses to understand the difference between your assets and your liabilities. You might be surprised at what you find. This isn't about depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's about being intentional. It's about making conscious choices to direct your money toward things that will build your future rather than things that just disappear. Create a plan for your money and tell it where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Your path to financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. It is a journey of continuous learning and growth. It is about waking up every day and choosing to be the creator of your own life. You have everything you need within you to succeed. You are smart enough, you are capable enough, and you are worthy enough to build a life of abundance and freedom. So take that first step. Have that aha moment and let it ignite a passion for a better future. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and your journey begins right now. Go out there and live your best, most prosperous life.